Hey, what's happening to you guys? Extreme Sonic here, and welcome back to another Youjo Senki review. This episode was actually very interesting. I think what I like about this episode particularly is the fact that we are following someone who's kind of relatable. Now, when I say this, relatable, I mean the fact that I'm not saying every human being is narcissistic and just pure spiteful and hateful. What I mean by that is that everyone wants an easy life. Everyone just wants to live their life in peace without struggles, without knowing that their life is going to be constantly in danger. We all just want to live a peaceful life. So, to some degree, we can relate to that. We can relate to Tanya just wanting to live her life peacefully. Now, every time she does that, she just can't get her way. From pretty much going through that test phase of testing the Elenium Type 95 Jewel, to pretty much having God trying his best to convince Tanya to pretty much accept him. Like, it's funny, Tanya is seeing all of these things happening before her eyes. She's been, reincarnated. She pretty much seen time paused twice now, and she sees that God is speaking to her, and yet she still rejects God because she sees God as a thing that only belongs to people who are in need of him. Like, she feels like if she goes the easy route, looks for the easy life, she will be fine without God. But God obviously doesn't want that. God wants people to worship him, to be reliant of him in a sense. So it's very interesting. So pretty much the episode starts out with Tanya being transferred over from the rear battlefield, the front battlefield, to a new research station where she's going to be testing out, like I said before, the Elenium Type 95 jewels. And she obviously doesn't like it because she's going from one danger to the next danger. She wants to be in a place where there's no danger. She can live the rest of her life just sipping tea and relaxing, but obviously she can't catch a break. So she goes to the experiment place, gets pretty much blown up to pieces every single time she tries to reach 18,000 feet into the air. So that doesn't work out for her, and she obviously files a report to have this experiment cancelled. And what's actually interesting is that I've noticed the gag that's going to be happening in every single episode, and that is whenever there's a crucial decision that has to be made by the adults, they always say, I have a daughter about her age. It's like everyone in this world has a daughter about her age, basically. So it's very interesting, and we're going to be seeing a lot of that gag, which I found funny, to be honest, really, in the episode. So pretty much, I think what actually made this episode for me very interesting is the fact that God actually tricked her. It's like, it's not really a trick. It's more so like, I don't know if I would call it that. I think I'll call it blackmail. Like, he blackmailed her. So he obviously went and talked to this other scientist, the scientist that was doing the research for the new jewel, and obviously revealed to the scientist that he has a plan to make the jewel work. So the catch to that is that the jewel will work only if Tanya prays. The one thing she said that she wasn't going to do. Like, she has to pray. Every time she prays to God and gives God praise, basically the jewel will work, and everything will be fine. So obviously she's been put in a situation where the jewel is about to explode, and someone removed her safety launch, or whatever you want to call that. Basically the scientist took that away from her, so she has to pray. The scientist had faith. You have to think about this. The scientist was an atheist before God revealed himself to him. So after seeing that, he became a believer like that. So Tanya had no choice, and I think she prayed unconsciously and gave praise to God, and before she knew it, her jewel started working and she flew up into the sky. And then when she realized it, she got pissed. Though, and she didn't really accept it too much. And I think it's very interesting that she referred to the prayer as a curse, because it's something that's being forced upon her instead of something that she wants to do willingly. So it's a very interesting way of looking at it. And now she has to pray every single time she wants her jewel to stay stable. Well, not really stable. When she has to use the jewel to above the capacity that the jewel is capable of, she has to pray to make sure that everything works out. And that's the factor. That's the interesting thing. Now, besides that, we go back to the officers. There were officers sitting down talking about, you know, Tanya and how her personality is twisted and evil and stuff like that. I mean, like, one person, I can't remember the name, but it's the guy with the glasses, and he has suspect of Tanya because Tanya is progressing at a really rapidly pace. Her behavior seems obviously matured because she, you know, Tanya in her previous life has lived. He's lived from childhood to teenagehood to adulthood and all that stuff. So to Tanya, this is just all a way to live a very relaxed, fun and peaceful life. So I like this episode. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, this episode was so interesting. I like the concept, what they're going with this. It's so damn interesting, and I really want to see more of this. That's why I said this episode. That's why I said Youjo Senki could reach Attack on Titan level in my previous review, because I feel like it's very interesting. It's very intriguing. It's very interesting to me, in my opinion. But anyways, she obviously makes things work and she gets transferred. I think after she made that prayer, we got moved back to the current timeline, so we're no longer in her past. This episode kind of just tied in on what happened in the previous episode. So, you know, she gets a letter basically telling her that she's been promoted from a second lieutenant to a first lieutenant, and now she has to pretty much go to college to study. And this is something that she's been looking forward to for the longest time, to be away from the battlefield. And sorry, this is interesting because she's now thinking that she's gonna use this opportunity to manipulate the system and make her stay where she's going to be going at. So, but then, you know, near the end of the episode, you see one of the lieutenants. I need to start remembering the names of these people because I really want to be more accurate to my reviews. Basically, you see, near the end of the episode, you see one of them pick up a file, and that file has what's written to it, God wills it. And, you know, it's a new program for a Delta Force, I believe. I'm not too sure, but I think it's going to be one of those like Ambu Black Ops thing that's going to put her in even more danger. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. And you know, at the beginning of the episode, we saw Tanya, you know, praising God and stuff like that, and we thought that was something that was genuine, that was something that came out of her heart and willingly. But it turns out that now that we know, she has to do it. She has no choice. So it's going to be interesting. Will she eventually develop the faith that God, aka Being X, wants her to have, or will she just keep doing it until the day she has a way to escape that situation? Because, you know, the voice is claiming to be God, but we don't know that yet. We don't know that. I mean, obviously the people who've read the manga, they know about this, but for us, the people who are just watching the anime, we have no idea if that voice is actually God. I mean, we don't know. It could be the devil, it could be something else, we have no idea. But whatever that thing is, it has huge amount of power. It can stop time several times with ease. It has the ability to reincarnate people if he chooses to, and he has the ability to manipulate reality itself. So those are some very omnipotent abilities, in my opinion. So yeah, and we can't see him, obviously. That's the whole idea of God. And anyways, that's my opinion, that's my discussion for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm still learning how to do reviews because as I watched my 2 previous episodes, I realized that I was doing more recapping than actually giving you guys my own thoughts and opinion on the situation. So I'm gonna try and do more of, you know, recapping a little bit of the episode and then giving you my thoughts and opinions and stuff like that. So I also said you guys have been liking them, so I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for more. I'm Extreme Sonic. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.